Good morning, everyone, and thank you for the invitation, and thank you to the Next 50 Initiative, Transamerica Institute, University of Iowa, and the many other colleagues and leaders you're going to hear from today for hosting this gathering and leading this work here in Colorado. I appreciate the flexibility and opportunity to provide remarks before you from our leaders in Colorado and from around the country. To go ahead and state the obvious, how things have changed since you all joined together in February of 2020. We've experienced a pandemic together, an economic recession globally, and the context is very different than what it was at that time. But now the worst of the pandemic is behind us. We wrapped up a historic legislative session, and we're taking great strides to building Colorado back stronger and more resilient than ever before. Our nation and our state are experiencing a significant demographic shift where our communities are growing, are proportionally older. In fact, Colorado is the second fastest aging state in the nation, and our state demography office projects that Coloradans aged 60 and up will soon outnumber those aged 18 and younger within the next couple of years. This reality will become our new normal as generations of Coloradans continue to live longer and more productive lives. It comes as no surprise that as we live longer, people will want to work later into life and enjoy everything that life has to offer. Prior to the pandemic, 1 in 4 Coloradans 65 and up were still participating in the workforce. That's why I'm pleased that our leaders at the Colorado Department of Labor and Employment, the Office of the Future of Work, and the Colorado Workforce Development Council are here with you today, and they're actively taking Colorado's changing demographics into consideration. After all, a successful future of work depends on the ability of all Coloradans to connect to great opportunities. With that said, not all work has to be paid, and many older Coloradans volunteer, lend their knowledge and expertise to drive value for people of all ages. And we know the pandemic has accelerated isolation and shut many older Coloradans off. Re-engaging, reconnecting with one another, whether it's through work, volunteerism, social get-togethers, is absolutely critical for our sense of community and supporting our mental health and well-being. And work is an important part of our identities for all of us. One of the first things asked after meeting someone is often, what do you do? There's an inherent sense of value derived from work, whether it's paid or unpaid, and that's important, especially in later life when we tend to become reflective. When I sit around with family and friends, including my parents who are 77 and still working, work is often brought up through storytelling and family history, and these stories are told with pride. My own Uncle Harry was quite a character. He worked until his mid-80s as a taxi cab driver in New York City. But enough of that. At the end of the day, we know that current and future generations of older Coloradans will provide economic, social, and civic value to our communities for decades to come. We have an opportunity to harness this value and embrace the idea that a Colorado well adapted for aging is one where all individuals can thrive, a Colorado for all. Many thanks for your work and dedication to these important issues and the opportunity to speak with you today. Take care.